Hello everyone, welcome to Real Stage 17. I am Angeline and I'll be your MC today. I'd like to also greet you who are watching live from YouTube. Hello from Medan and welcome to Real Stage 17 from whenever you are now. And this Sunday is exceptionally special, especially for our trainees who are in the backstage now. This is the Sunday when their heart is beating faster than ever. And the day that they have been waiting for, and the day they've been thinking about for days. And of course, the day where they are going to the next level. So today we are all going to witness the performances from the trainees, starting from the junior level, youth up to the professional level. And each of them will deliver a 5 to 7 minutes of speech, and one speaker will deliver an 8 to 10 minutes of speech. So before we proceed, let me explain briefly what a real stage is. A real stage is where trainees from SML1 are going to showcase what they have learned in the Orator Society class. And of course, by joining real stage, they are going to the next level in the Orator Society class. And today we have from junior and youth level, we have 9 speakers who will be going from private to surgeon, and 1 speaker who will be going from lieutenant colonel to colonel level. So, of course, a real stage is not a real stage if it is not felt with nervousness and, of course, excitement. All right, so before we start, let me introduce you to our 2 amazing judges who will give feedbacks after the performances of each speakers. And the first judge is someone, if I can describe him, I'll say he's like a coffee. He is sweet and bitter at the same time, but he is refreshing, all right? And he is a very experienced in public speaking field, and he was even the representative of Indonesia going to Japan in a public speaking competition. He is none other than Mr. Steven Guntur. Mr. Steven, I'll invite you to the stage. How do you feel about today?
Hello, Miss Angeline. So I'm, as you say, the espresso of the day. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
All
So
right, we
yeah,
have
I just came back from SML1 Excellent Team. Basically, it was a good performance there. But I'm very, very happy that today, in our real stage, we can witness, I think, more than 10 of our trainees. They're upgrading themselves, going to the next level. So, best of luck.
all right, thank you very much, Mr. Steven. Allow me to remove you from the screen.
Yay.
All right, so I'm also very excited to see the performances from each trainees. Okay, so now we'll have our second judge. All right, so our second judge, if I can describe her, she's like a flower, blooming very beautifully, and she always surrounds people with love. And she also has won several public speaking competition, and she's a very experienced public speaking trainer. So let's have our judge, second judge on the screen, Miss Cecilia Tong. Hello, Miss Cecilia. Miss Cecilia? Miss Cecilia, can you hear me? Oh, all right. So maybe of some internet connection issue, Miss Cecilia is fixing her internet connection. All right, so no worries. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I know that all of us cannot wait to watch the performances of our amazing trainees today. And so let's kickstart our real stage. But before that, I'd like everyone to close your eyes. Let's close your eyes and let's take a deep breath and release. And do it again and release. And another one more time and release. All right, so I hope this is a little bit of intermezzo. All right. And I'd like to, I see Miss Cecilia is here in the backstage already. I'd like to re-invite Miss Cecilia to the stage. Hi, Miss Cecilia. How are you feeling today? Miss Cecilia?
Hi.
All right.
I'm doing great, and I'm
Okay.
really excited to see all today.
Okay. All right. Yes, I'm also very excited, Miss Cecilia.
Angeline.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. So now, allow me to remove you
Yes.
from the.
Can
Okay.
you hear me?
Thank you, Miss Cecilia. Allow me to remove you from the screen, and I'll call you back later after each performances from the speaker. Thank you. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, now we will really kickstart the real stage. And so we are going to start by our first speaker. But before that, let's have a 30 seconds of countdown and preparation for our first speaker. Well, all right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our first speaker to the screen, Kevin Fernandi Lutan. Kevin, hi, Kevin.
Hi, Miss.
Hi,
Hi,
Kevin.
everyone.
How are you feeling today?
Really exciting.
All right. Thank you, Kevin. So, Kevin, um, best of luck to you. And ladies and gentlemen, today our first speaker with the title of Brave to be Different, Brave to be Different, Kevin. The floor is yours.
Being different means that we are lost. Being different means that we are not as good as others. And being different means that we are wrong. Those are the mindset that is being taught by our society to us. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kevin Fernald-Luthen, and today I would like to deliver a speech about brave to be different. In our society, we are always being taught with the comparison method of teaching. So, our parents, our teachers, or probably everyone, most people, we tend to like to compare ourselves with other people who we think is better than us. For example, the teacher will say, "Look at that kid. He is smarter than you. His score is higher than you. You have to imitate or you have to follow him or her." Or the other example is that that man is more handsome than me, so I have to be just like him. Or that lady is more beautiful than me. So that kind of comparison, sometimes it may make someone feel challenged. But most of the time, it tends to make someone feel that they have to imitate other people in order to become a better person. But this always happen in our society. We like to imitate other people who we think is better than us. And most of the time, it will lead a lot of impacts to us, ourselves. Because if we keep on trying to imitate other people, unfortunately, we'll definitely lose our true self. Because every single person is unique. Every single person is different from one to another. And we can't compare everyone with the same single standard. Because everyone has different standard. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to share a story about me myself. When I was younger, I like to fulfill other people's expectation in order to get their approval, appraisal, and that kind of things because I feel like I was proud of it. And after some times, I learned more and more, and I realized that when we are trying to keep on trying to fulfill others' expectation, we tend to lose our true self. We live the way people want us to live. So at that time, I felt like I was becoming a person who they wanted me to be. I was not becoming the person who I wanted to be. So since that moment, I realized that, and I decided that I had to improve myself. I had to become the best version of myself, not the best version of others' expectation. So I stopped to fulfill other people's expectation, and I do something that is different from what other people want me to do. And as long as it is a right thing and it is a positive thing, I don't think that I have to be embarrassed or shy about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, Albert Einstein once said that if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, then it's just illogical. I think that this is really relatable with this kind of condition, because if we judge every single person with just the same standard, that's just illogical, because every single person is different in their own way. Every single person is unique in their own way too. So being different doesn't mean that we are lost. And being different definitely doesn't mean that we are wrong. Being different requires courage. And if you are different and you are doing something that is different from most people, it doesn't mean that you are lost or you are wrong, but it means that we are braver than most people. We are able to accept our true self, and we try to become the best version of ourselves. So we don't have to be embarrassed about it, and we don't have to feel shy about that. We have to be proud of ourselves, because we want to admit our true self, and we want to become the best version of we ourselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, being different doesn't mean that we are lost. Being different does not mean that we are not as good as others, and being different does not mean that we are wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope that my speech today will have a good impact for all of us here, and I hope that it will be useful. So, thank you for your attention, and brave to be different. Thank you.
Wow, thank you very much, Kevin. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause. Well, Kevin, accept ourselves and be a better version of ourselves. A very, very inspiring speech, Kevin. Now I can say that you are
Thank you.
Surgeon Kevin. I can add that surgeon to your name. Well, now, congratulations one more time, Kevin. And now I'd like to invite our judge to give evaluation to Kevin. I'd like to invite back our first judge, Mr. Steven Guntur.
Hi, Kevin.
Hi, sir.
Yes. Yeah. How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. All right, Kevin. So personally, like offline, I've never met you before, so it was a pleasure knowing that SML1 has such a wonderful trainee. And it's just private level. Like I can't picture how you are going to perform in the next level. What I like about the performance, Kevin, was you got introduction. So I really love, the way you build up to the momentum, and then in the end, when you are closing, you also got this call to action. So it makes your speech a very, well structured speech. Personally, about you, what I like is first your vocal quality. I think you have, this deep sound, deep voice that I'm very sure you're going to melt thousands or even millions girls out there when they are listening to your speech. Before they get to the core of the speech, I think your voice shakes them already. So that is a good asset. Make sure that, you hone the voice well. And I really like your pace, when you are speaking, you really make sure your audience understand what you are saying sentence by sentence, one idea after another. So it's really good pace, not too fast, not too slow, just right. And I also like, every time the way you speak, you really project your message. So that was good, Kevin. So keep it up. I would probably add two things for your future endeavors. First is the rocking chair. When you are speaking, I know that you are delivering a very solid and very motivating speech. However, every time, your chair, not really the body, but the chair, because the chair keeps swaying left, right, it's quite difficult to take the person seriously. So next time, if you are going, giving online speech, yeah, pay attention to that kind of thing. And also, the second thing that I think would really improve the quality of your speech in the future was to add another example. For people at my age, yeah, I know that I'm not much older than you, but still, yeah, Miss Angeline's smiling there. All right, but for people old like me, we need like a more solid ground example, something that we can believe, something that probably a world-class level person's experience about being brave. Because just now you use your personal experience, which was good, but then if you could add another example, another solid example, somebody's probably 60, 70 years old or in their deathbed, then it will just give more credibility to the message of the speech that you are delivering just now. But overall, I can see a lot of potential in you. Keep on improving, keep on presenting. I can't wait to witness your speech offline, Kevin. So back to Miss Angeline.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Steven, for the very constructive and detailed feedbacks for our first speaker, Kevin. All right, Mr. Steven, allow me to remove you from the screen. And
Sure.
I'm going to now invite Miss Cecilia to the stage. Hello, Miss Cecilia. Miss Cecilia, you are still muted.
Oh, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. All right, Miss Cecilia, this floor is yours.
Hi, Kevin. It is such a pleasure for me to listen to your speech, and Mr. Steven have stolen all of my comments about you. I agree with Mr. Steven that you have such good quality of voice, and I was in awe by the message that you delivered today, because all great speakers have story to tell and a message to bring home, and you did just that, Kevin. So great job for today. I really love your use of vocabularies. Is really easy to understand, and it feels like you're not reading at all. It feels like you're talking to us as an audience. Even though this is an online platform, it was a really, really great job that you did today. If there's only one thing that I can suggest, maybe that rocking chair. I agree with Sir Steven. I also put it down over here, chair, and also the way that you close the speech. It was already really good, which is be brave to be different, right? And if you want to make it more professional, you know how you open it in the beginning? You say, being different is loss. Being different means that we're wrong. You remember? And you want to tie it back again in the conclusion and say, being different doesn't mean that you're lost. Being different doesn't mean that you're wrong. So, ladies and gentlemen, be brave to be different. That's it. Just close it like that. You don't have to say that's all my speech. Just close it, really cut it and leave it clean. That's all. But other than that, Kevin, you are on your way to become the next Martin Luther King. And Kevin, I look forward to hear more of your speech in the next level. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Miss.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia, for the feedbacks to our first speaker, Kevin. Okay, so Kevin, once again, congratulations to you. And now allow me to remove Miss Cecilia and Kevin from the screen. All right, so now, ladies and gentlemen, let us have 30 seconds of silence for the judge to complete their form. All right, so the 30 seconds is up. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to our second speaker. And our second speaker today is also one of the SML1 trainee from junior. And he said he loved playing games and also badminton. So let us welcome our second speaker to the stage, Marco. Hi, Marco.
Hi, Miss.
Okay, how are you today, Marco? How do you feel?
Halo.
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 Online gue.
Ini online mungkin.
Oke.
Marco, can you share your voice, Marco?
Halo.
Yes, all right. I can hear you clearly. Okay. Marco, are you using two devices?
Just one.
All right. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our second speaker, Marco. The title Bill Gates, Marco.
Bill Gates. Talking about Bill Gates is the co-founder of the Microsoft. So talking about Bill Gates, I will tell his early life. Bill Gates was born in Seattle, Washington on October 28, 1955. He is the son of William Gates and Mary Maxwell Gates. His ancestry includes English, German, and Irish. His father was a prominent lawyer, and his mother served board on directors for First Interstate Bank System and the United Way of America. Gates' maternal grandfather was Maxwell, a national bank president. Gates has an older sister, Christy or Christian, and a younger sister, Libby. He is the fourth he was the fourth of his name in his family, but he was known as William Gates III or Trey. Because his father had a suffix, the family lived in Sandpoint area, Seattle, in a home that was damaged by a rare tornado when Gates was 7 years old. Early in his life, Gates observed that his parents wanted to pursue a law career. When he was young, his family regularly attended a church of the Congregational Christian Churches, a Protestant Reformed denomination. Gates was so small for his age and was bullied as a child. The family encouraged competition. One visitor reported that it didn't matter whether it was hard or pickleback or swimming to the dock. There was always a reward winning, and there was always a penalty for losing. At 13, he enrolled in a private lakeside prep school, where he wrote his software program. When he was in 8th grade, the Mothers Club at the school used proceeds from lake school rummage sale to buy a teletype Model 33 ASR terminal and a block of computer time at General Electric computer for the students. Gates took an interest in programming in the GE in the basic tech tool that allow to users to play game against the computer. Gates was fascinated by the machine, how was exhausted. Gates and other students sought time on the system, including DEC Gates, Paul Allen, Rick Wayland, and Gates' best friend and first business partner Ken Evans, after it caught exploiting bugs in the operating system to obtain free computer time. At 17, Gates formed a venture with Allen called TrafOdata to make traffic counters based on the Intel 8008 processor. In 1972, he served as a congressional page in the House of Representatives. He was a National Merit Scholar when he was graduated from Lakeside School in 1973. He scored 1,590 out of 1,600 on the Scholastic Aptitude Test, or SAT. Met the fellow student Steve Ballmer. Gates left Harvard after 2 years, while Ballmer stayed and graduated magna cum laude. Years later, Ballmer succeeded Gates as Microsoft CEO and maintained that position from 2000 until his resignation at 2014. Gates devised algorithm for pancake sorting as a solution one of a series unsolved problem presented in a combinatorics class by Professor Harry Lewis. His solution held the record as the fastest version over 30 years, and its successor is faster by only 2%. His solution was formalized and published in a collaboration in Harvard computer scientist and Christos Papadimitriou. Gates remained in a contact with Paul Allen and joined him at Honeywell during the summer of 1974. In 1975, the MIPS Atlair 8800 was released based on the Intel 8080 CPU, and Gates and Allen saw the opportunity to start their own computer software company. Gates dropped out from the Harvard in that same year. His parents were supportive of him after seeing how much he wanted to start his company. He explained that his decision to leave Harvard. If things thus hadn't worked out, I will always go back to school. I was officially on leave. The basis of the Microsoft is Gates read the January 1975 issue of the Popular Electronics the Altair 8800. He contacted Micro Instrumentation and Telemetry System, or the MITS, to inform that he and others were working on a basic interpreter on the platform. So it is a good story for us to learn how Gates to become succeed as the founder of Microsoft. That is all for my speech. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Marco. That was a very insightful speech. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome back our judge to give evaluation to Marco. So now I'd like to call first Miss Cecilia Chong to the stage. Hello, Miss Cecilia. All
Hi.
right.
Okay, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Miss Cecilia.
All right, awesome. Hi, Marco. How are you feeling?
Very nervous.
Very nervous. It must be nervous, right? Because it's your first time, it's real stage. Um, well, I just want to congratulate you that you finished your real stage today. And I would like to also say that you have a very good vocal, which means I can hear you very clearly. And I really learned some things about Bill Gates today. I just really would have loved it if you actually put maybe some animation about Bill Gates, because it seems like you were reading off of a Wikipedia website. I hope that you can, next time, if you want to talk about a person, right? Maybe it will be better if you rephrase some word so that it would be nice for the audience to understand. Because some words I don't really understand. For me personally, I don't understand the processor and the system and stuff like that because I'm not a techie. But if you would if you can replace those words into words that we can understand as an audience, that will be much 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 more powerful, Marco. So that's all for me. I will give it back to Miss Angeline. So
All right, thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. And now we'll invite our second judge to give evaluation to Marco, Mr. Stephen Guntur.
Hi, Marco. Yes, you can turn on your
Yes, sir.
microphone. Yes, are you still nervous?
Yes, I'm still nervous.
Yeah?
Because including
Breathe,
our internet.
Yeah, breathe. And yes, smile a little bit more. Okay. Look, Marco, I really like your voice. I still remember the first time when I met you. All right. Your voice was not this round and solid. Ya, waktu itu suara Marco masih sedikit cempreng. Alright, but now I think you have grown into a man. Suara Marco bulat, padat, renyah. Alright, so I think it's a good good factor that you really need to take care of in the future. Practice the quality of your voice, and also when you say that you are nervous, right? But I did not hear any tremble in your voice, tidak ada getarannya. Ketika Marco berbicara, tidak terasa gemetar. So that is very good, okay? Because when you are nervous, you don't want your audience to be nervous with you. You know, you want to keep the nervousness inside, all right, and appear relaxed so your audience can relax too. And I feel relaxed listening to your speech. And this is private level, and we know that private level is very, very difficult. Probably it's the most difficult level among all, because students who have never delivered a speech, finally they manage to complete the whole speech. Okay, so very well done, Marco. You have managed to read out the whole speech. All right, remember, Marco, all right, this is public speaking, not public reading. Okay, jadi membaca itu tidak bisa Bapak Marco yang terhormat. Alright, so in your sergeant level, you can get material, but you need to practice, alright, speaking to yourself in front of a mirror. Do you get what I mean? Okay? Because yeah, when you are reading, we as audience, we can see your eyes. Ya, ketika kamu membaca, mata kamu ke kiri, ke kanan, it's very clear, Marco. All right? When actually, while you're delivering your speech, you need to look into the audience, which is to say, to the camera. Okay? But you've done a very good job. It's just at the next level, I want Marco to be really doing a public speaking thing, not public reading. Can you promise me that, Marco?
Yes, sir.
Yes, so you have 10 more projects to practice at the sergeant level, and then I'll see you again at the real stage for sergeant level. But all in all, congratulations, Marco, for making it this far. Very proud of you. Back to Miss Angeline.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Stephen, for the very, constructive feedbacks for Marco. And so, Marco, congratulations one more time for making it to surgeon level. And now allow me to remove Mr. Steven and also Marco from the screen. All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have 30 seconds of silence for the judge to complete the form. Well, the 30 seconds is up. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know you are still with the excitement to listen to our next speaker. And our next speaker is someone who likes to listen to music and draw. So, let us welcome our next speaker, Justin, to the stage. Hello, Justin.
Hello, Miss.
Hello. So, how are you feeling today, Justin?
Good and nervous.
All right, good and nervous. So, Justin, breathe, okay? Breathe. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our third speaker with the title of A Simple Smile. A Simple Smile, Justin. The floor is yours.
Thank you. Have you ever closed yourself from the outside world? Have you ever thought that everyone is a stranger? Have you ever thought that nothing good will come? If yes, please listen to the story of my friend. His name is James. He was a 19-year-old college boy, and he was known to be an introvert. Consequently, he rarely had any friends and refused to cooperate with other people. Nevertheless, he was a brilliant student at his college. He lived under the same roof with his grandmother and a caretaker. Since he graduated from high school, he moved out to live on his own due to the distance of work and college. His grandmother and his subordinate used to continuously remind him to always get along well with everyone and don't put a bitter face all day. His grandmother believed that if he was grouchy all the time, negative aura would surround him, but unfortunately, none of this had changed him a single bit. On the 2nd of January, Sunday at 1 a.m., he was sleeping on his bed comfortably. But the doorbell rang. He was half awake and he looked at the clock and it was at 1 a.m. So he quickly ran down because he thought it was an emergency. When he got to the door, he looked outside but nobody was there. He went back up to his room and went to bed, thinking it was just some kids playing a prank. At 5 a.m., he woke up to the front door slamming shut. He jumped, terrified. He looked over at his window to find "Smile" written all over it with markers. He grabbed his phone next to him, ready to call 911, only to find a message saying, "I told you to smile." He cried and ran for his life running outside. As soon as he got outside, he knocked on his neighbor's house across the road. They were an old couple who constantly offered him help when he moved and greeted him every time he left the house. They opened the door and saw him crying. They let him in and he explained everything that happened. They phoned the police and the police came after an extensive search of his house. But the police did not find anything. They advised him to see a doctor about stress and anxiety problems. But he knew what he saw was real. The following evening, he went to the mall to buy 2 cameras and went home. When he got home, he set up 2 cameras, one outside aimed through the window at his bed and one inside aimed at the door. He quickly slept and thankfully he woke up the next day. He took the cameras outside and looked at both of them. He was frozen. He could not believe what he just saw. At 2 in the morning, something crawled out from under his bed. Its appearance was not human. It was all black, just like darkness. All of a sudden, his grandmother's words struck his head. He calmed himself and had a self-reflecting session for the rest of the day. Surely not in his bedroom. He went to his grandmother's house and had a long conversation with her. But that conversation was the most comforting conversation that he had ever had. He asked himself why he was so hot-headed. At least he could change a little bit starting from now. But for now, he was staying at his grandma's place. The next day, he went to college and tried talking to some other people at college. It felt awkward initially and it was quite hard. But after a month of struggling, he got along well with others. He eventually felt like not being alone in this world, even without his parents. He started taking advice from the others to have an alteration in himself in terms of appearance and lifestyle. Well, there is always a rainbow after the heavy rain. In the end, he dared himself to have another recording upon setting up his life right. He went back to his house and set up his cameras and went to sleep. He woke up the next day, but he didn't have enough courage to see it. Hence, he took it to his grandma's. He handed her the file and she opened it. With the most gentle stroke she had over her face, she said, "There is nothing to worry now. You are smiling. Hereby, I would like to remind myself and everyone that we are not alone in this world. Smile is the language for all people around the world. So remember to smile." I'm Justin Wesley. That's all. Thank you for watching.
Well, thank you very much, Justin. So, a simple smile, it's a language for everyone in the world. Thank you very much, Justin, for the very eye-opening speech. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite back our judge to give evaluation for Justin, Mr. Steven Guntur.
Hi, Justin.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, you've grown a lot since the last time I saw you. Right? Very posed and also very, what is the word? Elegant, elegant young man. All right, Justin. So these are what I like about you. You are always prepared, Justin, from the way you stand, the way you dress, the background, the speaker. I'm not sure whether the speakers behind you, you use it or not, but it just look cool on the camera, and your hair and the headset. Everything is just about being polished and perfection. Yes, so I applaud you for that, Justin. And also, you consistently use your hand gesture to enhance your message, which was good. And I just like the way you present yourself. All right, now let's talk to the business, Justin. This is the real stage for what level, Justin?
I think I'm going to sergeant level.
Yeah, so sergeant level. And, I've listened to you delivering speeches several times, and I still remember your speeches. So you are not somebody that just pass by, You can create memory to the audience, to people who have watched you. So I just want to push you a little bit higher so that in the next level, you could upgrade yourself even more. All right. First, when you are telling story, I think that we can always vary our intonation. When you are talking about, well, he put the camera outside and look into it. He was frozen. So you can use the emotion when you are telling stories. He couldn't believe what he saw. All right, because when you are telling stories, you are not just delivering speeches. You want to create that figure inside your audience brain. So you need to go all out. All right, so that is one thing. Vary with your intonation, go all out, especially when you are telling stories. And the second thing is the range of motion. I know that you use a lot of hand gesture like this. All right, but I want to challenge you for the next level. Try to keep the motion on the shoulder. So instead of just using your lower hand, you can also use, the whole hand when you are opening, when you are talking. Okay, not just like this. Okay, but you are also going this way. It just creates more power. It makes your speech stronger. All right, Justin, I always love your speech. just like before, just like just now. All right, so congratulations, and I hope to see you again in the next real stage.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations. So thank you very much, Mr. Stephen, for the feedbacks to Justin. And now I'd like to invite Miss Cecilia to the screen to give the evaluation to Justin.
Hi, Justin. It was such a
Hello,
great
Miss.
job today. I really, really love the way you deliver your story because you know what? Story sticks. When you put stories, and I can tell you that you are such a great storyteller. You have done such a great job with um, connecting your message and the story. Even though it was like a turn of an event, I didn't know because the title of the speech was the smile power, the power of smiling,
Uh,
and
a
it
simple
was
smile.
the simple smile. Yeah, there exactly the simple smile, and I thought like it was gonna be like a very cheerful story, but then it was like turned into drama. I was like, oh, it was such a great turn of event. It gives spices to your story, and um, yeah, I love that you have a very stable body position. And if I can add to your future speeches, is that you want to make, because you're telling a story, right? You want to play with your vocal variety and also your body language. So play with that a little bit more, and I think you're gonna be a great storyteller in the future. So that's it, Justin, from me. I am looking forward for your next speeches in the surgeon level.
Thank you,
Well,
Miss.
thank you very much, Miss Cecilia. And also, congratulations one more time to Justin. You have you have you are now in surgeon level, and I'm also excited to wait for your next real stage. All right, so now I'll remove, allow me to remove you from the screen. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's have another 30 seconds of silence for the judge to complete their form. All right, now will be our fourth speaker. And today our fourth speaker is someone who likes to swim and he likes to also play games. And today, let us invite him to the stage. Hi, Egan.
Hi, Miss.
All right. Hello, Egan. Egan, how do you feel about today's real stage? Can you sleep
Little
yesterday?
comfort. Yeah, I
All
sleep well.
right. All right, great. You sleep well yesterday. All right, Egan, best of luck to you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our fourth speaker with the title of Technology Affecting People. Technology Affecting People, Egan. Egan, the floor is yours.
Technology is techniques or skill used in production of good or service. But do people really care about this meaning of technology? For some people who really into this technology topic, maybe they will seek an information for this meaning of technology. But for common people, I think they don't really care about this meaning of technology. They just care about how this technology affecting them. So here's an example of how this technology used in our life. In 2019, corona started to spread all over the world. People are panicking of what are these virus, as this is a new disease, and there's no vaccine, and the technology is not enough to make this vaccine. So many people are infected by this technology, by this vaccine. Is my bad. This disease. So after 1 year, there's a technology improvement. So the researcher and medical department have found the vaccine, and people start to being cured, and this pandemic start to being calm a little. But I don't think it's really that we need to stay chill about this. We need to take an action. Like, we still need to protect ourselves from this virus. That's an example from medical department. As for another, I think, like, nowadays, because of this pandemic, we can meet people directly because there's a protocol from a government about social distancing. But because there's a technology innovation, people starting to find how to even meet people without met him or her directly. They can meet via online meeting. The media of these online meetings also a lot, such as Zoom, Google Meet, or even now we're using StreamYard to do this real estate, so that we can even meet without we met directly. As the last, for entertainment, nowadays there's a lot of entertainment such as YouTube, Netflix, or another app that can stream a movie. But do this technology use, all of this technology use really bring an advantage to us? If it be used by right hand, maybe it will bring an advantage. But how if it being used by the wrong hand? Some example of how this technology being used by the wrong hand is scamming. This scamming works by it has a lot of way. One of it is by SMS. They send you a SMS like you winning a lottery or giveaway. Then they ask about your reckoning password, or they ask you to send some money to so that you can claim this prize. But this SMS is fake, it's not real. So wherever you are, never send money to claim that prize for fake SMS. Another disadvantage of this technology being used by the wrong hand is hacking or spamming. Spamming is like you send a message continuously to someone so that you interrupt his or her life. As for hacking, they they get into your privacy, your private information, so that they can take some information about you, and I think that's a disadvantage. And that's the end of my speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Egan, for reminding us that technology should be used wisely. And of course, without technology, there will be no Real Stage 17 today, right? All right, Egan, thank you very much. And congratulations to you, Sergeant Egan. Now, I'd like to invite our judge to give evaluation. And first up, I would like to invite Miss Cecilia. Miss Cecilia, the floor is yours.
Hi, Egan. Congratulations. Today, you have done your real stage. How are you feeling right now? Relieved?
A lot of heartbeat.
A lot of heartbeat. I can relate to that. When I first was doing my first speech, even you are doing it online now. And I really, really love the choice of topic that you have today. It shows me that you have such a great knowledge, because at the young age, you already know what is the advantage and what is the disadvantage of technology. And thank you so much for sharing that with us today. So Egan, this is the first time I actually hear your speech, and I really love that your eye contact, or sorry, your body was in the camera, even though the eyes could have been improved, right? Sometimes you can still, sometimes you still look at the camera. So if you can do that more often, then the audience will connect with you better. Okay, Egan? So, because when we are trying to remember things, we tend to look upwards. Our eyes are trying to remember, you see? And so, to minimize that, maybe we can practice and maybe we can record ourselves in front of the camera, so you can count how many times your eyes roll to the ceiling, so it can be reduced in the future. All right. And then, oh, you can use your body language, because you have 3 advantages, if I'm not mistaken, right? 3 advantage and 3 disadvantages, right? 3 advantages and 3 disadvantages. So you can use your body gesture like 1, 2, 3. So that way you can bring along the audience with you. All right, Egan? So maybe to wrap up, I just wish to hear more of you, Egan. Keep practicing, keep believing in yourself, because I do believe in you. And I look forward to your next speech.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Celia, for your evaluation to Egan. All right. So, Mrs. Celia, allow me to remove you from the screen. And now I'd like to invite our second judge, Mr. Steven Guntur. Hello, Mr. Steven.
Hi, Egan. Thank you, Miss Angeline. All right, Egan, now you can smile. All right, what I like about you, Egan, is that you always look smart. You know, just by looking at your face, I know that you are going to deliver something, you know, academic, research-based, just something that is very smart. You know, that is a gift from God that you were born with. So use that well, all right? Every time you deliver a speech, make sure you research your speech, you practice it well, because you look smart. So you better be smart. Okay, so good on that, Ian. And also, I think, yeah, some of the things have been mentioned by Miss Cecilia. I just want to give you one little advice for your future speeches, because I do feel and I do hear that your voice, all right, actually your utterance of the sentences, they are quite choppy. All right, choppy means the phrasing was not that smooth. For example, when you say people start to find how to find people without meeting them offline. Okay, the way you said it was like people start to find how to find people without meeting them offline. So when it is, you know, choppy, it's quite difficult for your audience to understand you. All right. So, for example, another sentence that I caught was this: to do this real stage so that we can even meet. You know, when the whole sentence is supposed to be to do this real stage so that we can even meet. See, that is the phrasing. So next time after you had your script, try to practice. And yes, I totally agree with Miss Cecilia. You need to record yourself. After you record yourself, try to listen again to you yourself, so that you can get the idea what does your audience feel when they are listening to you. All right, again. So I do have high hopes for you. Yeah, keep practicing. You will have another 10 projects to practice at sergeant level, so use them well. I hope to see a better Egan at sergeant real estate. Congratulations. Back to the beautiful Miss Angeline.
Yay! Thank you very much, Mr. Steven Gunter, for your evaluation to Egan. So, Egan, I believe now you are 100% relieved, and now tonight, I believe you can sleep even better than yesterday, right? All right, congratulations, Sergeant Egan. And now, allow me to remove Mr. Steven and Egan from the stage. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we'll have another 30 seconds of silence for the judge to finish their form. Well, all right, the 30 seconds is up. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to our fifth speaker. And today, our fifth speaker is someone who is very sweet because he said he loved to play with dogs. All right, so let us welcome our fifth speaker, Philbert, to the stage. Hello, Philbert. Hi.
Hi, Miss.
All right, so how are you feeling, Philbert? Are you excited for the real stage?
A bit shy. Yes, I'm
All
excited.
right. Okay, great. So, Philbert, best of luck to you. And ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Philbert with the title of Technological Development. Technological Development, Philbert, the floor is yours.
Okay. Who is here every morning, wakes up, always using alarm? Maybe some of you do that, but I sometimes also do that. When you already wake up, you guys immediately open your handphone or open your computer, right? I do it also because usually in the morning I wake up and open my handphone and computer, do homework or study school. Back in 1950, if you want to listen to music, you have to insert that beat and put it the old musical name called turntable. Now you just open your listen to Spotify, open your favorite music. When you want to watch movie, you have to quick along to buy tickets. Now you just open your phone, buy quick and order tickets via online. When you want to eat, you just open your phone, order an online Gojek. Now, that's why all those things that I talking about, why can it put in the little phone name handphone? That because is our internet. Internet changes everything. Even the development of the internet is going to have 6G. The games that we play, WhatsApp application that every day we use, Instagram that we open every day. Even now, the YouTube that you watch is also a technology too. That's all because the internet. Even now, you can earn money from the technology. Example, you can play Saham. When you're a professional works, you can earn money more easily with Saham or traders. Why in the internet news a lot of bad? As that a meteor will hit the earth or COVID-19 has arrived in Indonesia, or your phone can get exploded when you are calling someone, or eating meat can cause poisoning. That is why many bad of people spread hoax news. It's because the spread of the internet. So we must be wise to using the internet, where hoax news disseminated to the public. Even technology developed rapid. However, many people abuse it, like hackers. Hackers is a bad guy is looking for our information and misusing it to the hacker, steal our account and abuse it. I want to tell you my experience get hacked. At the time in March 2021, I played my game, Valorant, and I get hacked by a bad guy in my account that I purchased by my friend's money, and I don't feel sad because my account get hacked. It's only a social media games, so be careful for playing your social media. However, even though the internet revolution is very fast, we should not abuse the internet. We must use the internet wisely. That's all for me.
Wow, thank you very much, Philbert. Thank you very much for your very insightful speech, Philbert. So, congratulations, you have managed to finish your real stage now. And so now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to invite our judge to give their feedbacks for Philbert. And so let's invite our first judge, the espresso of the day, Mr. Stephen Guntur.
Hello, Philbert. All right. Yeah, the first time I saw you, Philbert, I got the impression that you are a very calm speaker, which was true. You know, you managed to deliver your speech with your style that is very authentic. All right. You went, step by step, one stage after another, one message after another. So it's very easy to follow what you are saying. Also, your pronunciation was clear. All right, I could understand you easily. And I love when you also inserted personal story in your speech. It made me know you a little bit more than before about your personal story of being hacked. Um, some small things for you to improve in the future was, I think, Philbert, you can do better with a little bit more enthusiasm, being more active. When you are talking, the intonation could vary. All right. So, what I need you to do at your sergeant level is that every time you deliver a speech, whenever it is possible for you to raise the volume of your voice, use it. All right, Philbert. So you can come out of the shell. That I can still feel you a little bit embarrassed. Don't worry, Philbert. Eventually, all right, we will reach that part when we can be outspoken. You just need to crack that shell a little bit. Okay. And also, Philbert, I genuinely feel that the closing was a little bit abrupt. It's like too sudden. All right. If you could just lengthen the closing a little bit, probably make a conclusion of your whole speech or a call to action, ask your audience to do something after your speech, it can make your speech a more wonderful one. But overall, I think that you are a very promising student. All right. Keep on upgrading, keep on practicing. Okay. It's time, Philbert, to climb out of the embarrassed shell. All right. So use your sergeant projects well. I can't wait to see you on the next real stage. See you, Philbert.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Steven, for your evaluation to Philbert. So it's your time, Philbert, to come out of that shell. Next, we'll invite our second judge to the screen to give her evaluation to Philbert. Miss Cecilia.
All right. Hi, Philbert. It has been a long time since I see you. Hi. Yes, Mr. Steven, he will come out of the shell slowly but surely. He is doing his best to making this real stage happen, and I really, really, really like that you have grown so much, Philbert, from the class and to this real stage. Now, I love that you open up your speech with a question. But there has to be a pause when you ask someone, well, have you ever, how many of you here wake up in the morning and look at their phone? Give them a pause, so not for their reply, but for them to think, right? To think, oh yeah, I did that this morning. Okay? It makes you and the audience connect even better. Okay? So pause is a really important thing. And I love that you put your personal story into the speech. Like Mr. Steven said, your story really let us know as the audience about you a little bit better, right? And the camera position, Filbert, if you can move further, maybe you were doing some things with your hands, but we couldn't see it in the camera because you have this little space, you know? And if you can just move a little bit back, I can see your hand gesture. That will be an additional point if you can use your hand gesture and also your body movement. Okay? And other than that, I really enjoy your speech. I understand it really clearly. I do agree that music is really, really accessible right now. You can just open Spotify, and food you can Gojek, right? I still remember during my high school time when I want to hear music, I have to download, and then it's like the internet connection beep beep. It just shows you guys how old I am. But yeah, it's really great to have technology advancement and technology development in this era, and we can hear you, Filbert, doing this real stage today. So congratulations, Filbert. I will see you on the surgeon level.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Celia, for your feedback to Filbert. So, Filbert, congratulations to you one more time and best of luck for your surgeon level. All right. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to remove Mrs. Celia and Filbert from the screen. Okay. So, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's have another 30 seconds of silence for the judge to finalize their form. All right, the 30 seconds is up. So now we're going to move on to our sixth speaker. And today, our sixth speaker is someone who loves to play basketball. And so let us welcome our sixth speaker, Nicholas, to the stage. Hello, Nicholas.
Hi, Miss.
Nicholas, you look very, very fresh today. So how are you feeling?
Nervous and excited.
All right, nervous and excited. Well, best of luck to you, Nicholas. All right. Okay, so are you ready, Nicholas?
Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our sixth speaker with the title of Ibu Kita Kartini. Ibu Kita Kartini, Nicholas. The floor is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and also my dearest friend. Thank you for the time and opportunity that has been given to me this afternoon to talk about Kartini Day. Kartini's Day is celebrated every 21st of April. The day is the birthday of the hero of women emancipation. Raden Ajeng Kartini is the national hero who fought for the rights of women. She brought change of Indonesian women. Because of her, Indonesian people, especially women, can achieve freedom and independence in the country Indonesia. Kartini presents freed the women in Indonesia from bad culture in the colonial era, such as not being able to go to school and not have the same right as men. Because of Kartini's idea, women in Indonesia have equal opportunity and rights to get education and realize their goals. Kartini was born and raised in a noble environment. Kartini received a pretty good education, unlike indigenous women who come from among ordinary people. She studied at the ELS, Europe's large school, until she was 12 years old. However, after that, Kartini is required to stay home according to Javanese tradition. Kartini continues to learn. She taught herself and corresponded by the mail of her friends who came from the Netherlands. Because she was oppressed and can go forward with men, collection of Kartini's letters are published with the title Habis Gelap Terbitlah Terang. From that time, Kartini's action to promote women in Indonesia began, including by establishing a school of women with the support of her husband. Unfortunately, Kartini died at the young age, which is 25 years old, a few days after giving birth to her first and last child. Kartini's birthday, April 21, was commemorated every year to commemorate the struggle and devotion of the Indonesian woman warrior. Ladies and gentlemen, and also my dearest friend, we all must be impressed with the figure of Raden Ajeng Kartini. Kartini has been an inspiration to all of us. The fight of her is very important to our country. In addition, there are now many modern Kartini, like our mother, our teacher, and the women around us. The women work hard for their life by imitating the figure of R.A. Kartini. We can take the action to continue the fight and ideals of Ibu Kartini to save the woman. It is because today there are still many women who need help and need the new Kartini who fight for their rights. Therefore, let us try to learn the attitude and behavior of Kartini. We should not be lazy to study, not only women, but also men. We can all participate so that the nation of Indonesia become a better nation. Just imagine Kartini was struggling to fight for education, so we should not waste it just like that. We have to be good generation that can make our parents and friends around us proud. Do not give up easily. Ladies and gentlemen, and also my dearest friend, this is my end of my speech of Kartini. I hope we can all be better generation.
Well, thank you very much, Nicholas. Habis gelap terbitlah terang. Thank you for sharing these very inspiring stories to all of us, and congratulations. Well done, Nicholas. And now I would like to invite our judge to give evaluation to Nicholas. First up, we have Miss Cecilia. Miss Cecilia, the floor is yours.
Hi, Nicholas. You're such a sweet speaker. I love your vocal variety. I love that your tone goes up and down and you're so enthusiastic. I was in awe listening to your speech. Really, congratulations, Nicholas. We have just passed Kartini's Day, and you did such a great job in doing this speech so that we can have this in memory of Ibu Kartini. Okay, one thing that I want you to do for your next real stage is to memorize your speech. Okay, you have done so well in your vocal variety. Okay, you have done so well in your power, your voice power. It's just that you need to memorize it. Okay, remember your speech, and then it'll be so much better. Okay, Nicholas? All in all, I really love your speech. I love that you gave a call to action or the thing that men should do as well to support women in this new era. All right, thank you so much, Nicholas. I'll give it back to Miss Angeline.
Thank you, Miss Cecilia, for your evaluation to Nicholas. And now we are going to welcome our second judge, Mr. Steven. Mr. Steven? Is Mr. Steven here? All right, well, Mr. Steven is probably reconnecting to the stream, to the room. So now we'll have 30 seconds for Miss Cecilia to complete her form first, and while waiting for Mr. Steven to come back. All right, so we'll have 30 seconds of silence. Well, all right. So the 30 seconds of silence is up. Well, while waiting for Mr. Steven, because Mr. Steven is trying to reconnect to the room, no worries. We are going to have our next speaker first to come up to the stage. All right. And so later on, we are going to call upon the judge to give evaluation to two speakers. All right. So now we are going to call the next speaker. And our next speaker today, he likes to read. His hobby is actually reading. So let us welcome Anders to the stage. Hi, Anders.
Hello, Miss.
All right. Anders, how are you feeling today?
Nervous.
Nervous, but are you excited? Because you are going to soon going to sergeant level. So are you excited, Anders?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so Anders, best of luck to you. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Anders with the title of Recycling is Important. Recycling is important. Anders. Anders, the stage is yours.
Some people think recycling is not important, and some people think recycling is important, but they don't do it. So today I'm going to talk about how important is recycling. Recycling is one of the best ways for you to have a positive impact in the world. Recycling is important to both environment and us. We must act fast as the amount of waste is increasing all the time. The amount of rubbish we create is constantly increasing because first, increasing what? That means that there are more people who is buying things and that create more waste. The second is increasing population. That means that there are more people on the planet and there are more people who buy things. The third is new packaging and new products. These new products contains materials that are non-biodegradable. That means that it can be decomposed by bacteria. Recycling is very important as waste is very bad for the environment. Harmful chemicals and greenhouse gases are released from rubbish. Recycling helps to reduce the gases by the waste. Recycling requires less energy that it helps to preserve natural resources. Recycling is important to cities around the world and to people living in them. Today I will give some tips on how to recycle. This is the 3R. The first is reduce. You can reduce the amount of waste you create by choosing what rubbish you throw away. You can do it by buy the things that you need. You don't need to buy things that are useless and become trash. The second is buy products that can be reused. Buy bottles instead of cans such as Coca-Cola or Fanta. Items such as this creates very little waste as they don't need to throw away after you use it. The third is buy product with little packaging. Little packaging means that it produces little waste, and this for the item that you use regularly, you can buy them in bulk instead of in smaller amount. This will save your money as well. The second is reuse. Many items found around the home can be reused for different purposes. So before you throw this item away, think about how they can be used. These are some reusable items. The first is plastic bags. Plastic bags can be used to become used in the shops or bin bags on the trash can. The second thing is jar. By cleaning the jar, you can use it as drinking place or small containers to store things. The third is newspaper, cardboard, and bubble wrap. That is that can be used to pack materials when moving house or store items. The fourth is packaging. Carton can be donated to schools where they can be used to create arts or create projects. The fifth is tires. Old tires can be given to local petrol stations where they can be recycled. Or you can make a tire frame by tying a rope around the tire and attaching to a tree. The third is recycle. Recycling is important factor in preserving natural resources. These are some tips on how to recycle. The first is find ways of recycling different materials. Many materials can be recycled, such as paper, plastic, metal, and glass. Other items such as furniture can be recycled. And the second is buy products that can be recycled. The products that can be recycled have a logo of green triangle on the packaging. And the third is buy products that have been made by recycled materials. You can see it from the packaging, and it is eco-friendly to the environment and make less waste to the environment. So that's why recycling is important to the environment and us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anders, for the very informative speech and to open our eyes about recycling. And so, congratulations, Anders. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to first invite back our judge to give evaluation to Anders. And before that, I'll also invite Nicholas to the screen so Mr. Stephen can give evaluation to Nicholas as well. All right, so Nicholas and Mr. Stephen. The floor is yours, Mr. Stephen.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to give, I think, my first feedback to Nicholas. All right, Nicholas, it's good to see you. Yeah, I've never met you before, but definitely I'm going to remember you because the voice was so unique. All right, you have this distinctive voice that if I close my eyes, I will know that it's Nicholas Yanwar. All right, so keep that uniqueness in you. It has flavor in it. And even before meeting you, I am sure that you are a very confident and brave little boy. Are you? Yeah. All right. I think the next feedback that I would like to give, I think it applies to both of you, both Nicholas and Anders. Okay. Remember that when we are doing things online, our audience can watch us very clearly, especially our eye contact. Okay. So if you are going to read something, you can put your note beside the camera, like this, for example. Okay, I'm reading my notes, but then the audience doesn't know that I'm reading because actually the note was beside my camera. Okay, if you don't do that, then your audience, for example, they can see your eyes if you go like this. Okay, it's very clear because this is online presentation. So this is something that we need to focus on next time we are delivering our speeches. Okay, I would like to give little feedback to Anders because I feel that Anders, the voice could be quite choppy. If you want people to really get what you are saying, and if you want people to pay attention to you when you are speaking, all right, you need to speak like you are speaking to your friend. Okay, because if you are reading like this, it is not going to be interesting, and after some time people will not focus on what you are saying. Do you get what I mean? Okay, so when you are delivering speeches, it's like speaking to your friends. It is that easy. If you want to talk about Ibu Kita Kartini, just try to grab your brother or your sister or your friend. Try to tell them about Ibu Kita Kartini without reading. If you want to deliver a speech about one topic, try to talk to your parents or to your friends about that topic without reading. If they can understand, then your audience can understand. All right. If they find it interesting, then your audience will find it interesting. I hope that in the next real stage, okay, you can take this input and upgrade yourself, because both of you sound to me a really good public speaker. You just need more time to practice, and you need more projects to hone your skills. All right. I hope that at sergeant level, you can grow even better. Okay, Nicholas and Anders? Hope to see you again sometime soon offline so we can talk about this even more. Congratulations. Back to the patient, Miss Angeline.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Steven, for your feedbacks to Nicholas and also Anders. And now I'd like to invite Miss Cecilia to the stage to give her evaluation to Anders. Miss Cecilia, the floor is
Hi.
yours.
Yes. Hi, Anders. Thank you so much for your speech today. I really enjoyed it. It shows me that you have actually prepared your speech. Am I correct? You have done research and you have prepared your points, what you want to deliver, what you want to share. It shows me that you have done your job. Now, there is one thing that I need you to work on, which is enunciation. Okay? I realize that when you speak, your teeth are clenching together. So let's say like this. Byproduct that can be reused. Okay? Enunciate, which means your lips and your teeth are going into the direction of what you want to say. So let's say byproduct that can be reused. Okay? Enunciate. So it will be much better, and you can also play with your vocal variety if you do that. Okay? Try it. Tell me if there's any difference with you enunciating and with you not enunciating. Okay? That's the only thing that I want you to improve on for the next speech. And if you want any further inputs, you can contact me personally. Okay, Anders? All right, I'm giving back the control to Miss Angeline.
All right. Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia, for your evaluation to Anders. So, Anders, if you want more input, contact personally. All right. This is your chance to contact Miss Cecilia personally. All right. Well, thank you very much. So, allow me to remove Miss Cecilia and Anders from the screen. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's have another 30 seconds of silence for the judge to finalize their form. Okay, so the 30 seconds is up. So ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to our eighth speaker. Yet I'm still very, very excited to listen to our eighth speaker today. And our eighth speaker says he loves to watch anime. So let us welcome our eighth speaker, Aaron, to the stage. Hello, Aaron. Hi, Aaron.
Hello.
All right. So Yes, I can hear you clearly. You're audible and visible. Aaron, how do you feel today?
Very good and nervous a little bit.
Okay. All right, Aaron. Best of luck to you. Okay, Aaron?
Okay.
All right. So, are you ready, Aaron?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Very ready. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our eighth speaker with the title of Colonel Harlan Sanders. Colonel Harlan Sanders, Aaron, the floor is yours.
Yes, hi everyone. My name is Aaron Goyen Samara. Today I want to talk about Colonel Harlan Sanders. You guys know who is Colonel Harlan Sanders? Anybody knows? Okay, for those who don't know who is Colonel Harlan Sanders, this is Colonel Harlan Sanders right here. You see it, guys? Okay, so he was an American businessman, best known for founding fast food chicken restaurant chain Kentucky Fried Chicken. As we know, it's KFC. Yeah, KFC. Who doesn't know KFC? Who doesn't know? I'm sure all of you know KFC. What do you think of KFC, guys? Is it tasty? Of course it does. But behind the tasty recipe, there are short story of someone Thomas or Colonel Thomas. But before that, I have a little story for why do I choose this story. It's because of my parents. They really want to sell fried chicken like KFC. My parents already right now is running a restaurant where they sell a lot of chicken menus. Only one menu they really wanted to sell. It is Kentucky Fried Chickens. Maybe like that lah, yeah. So I heard about the franchise price of KFC. It is very, very expensive. So my parents tries to search and browse, watch YouTube or find the recipe similar to KFC. They do a lot of experiment of the recipe the recipe similar, oh my god, that they got from anywhere. But none of the recipe succeed. It's make my parents sad and they decided to give up. I heard their conversation every single night. So I decided to help them with googling the recipe. But all I got is not the recipe, but the founder how did KFC company built until they have so much franchise in all of the country. So let me tell you the story. So this colonel born in Indiana, America at 1890. In 1906, he joined the army and sent to Cuba until retirement. That's why his first name is Colonel. After retirement, he came back and learned about law and become a lawyer. But he decided to stop because the income is far from standard. After that, Colonel held a number of jobs in his early life, such as a steam engine stoker, insurance salesman, and filling station operator. One day, he met a hawker who said that there's no good restaurant in this town. In 1930, he started to open a restaurant and sell fried chicken and salad. It is increasingly growing by being fulfilled by 142 people. So here's a photo of him frying the chicken for the first time. Can you see it? Okay. So in 1939, Cornell found the right way to fry the chicken with pressure cooker, like that photo right there. In 1953, Cornell broke, but he never gave up. He tried to sell his recipe door to door of restaurant, but he got rejected over 1,000 times. 1,000 times. Can you imagine that, guys? Oh my god. How do you feel if you got rejected over 1,000 times? Like, that is very, very sad. This made me so salute to him. How positive and how persistent he was. Until the age of 70, he success to make 200 franchise in Canada. But sadly, he died in 1980. So, I told that story to my parents. So they agreed to me. So they decided to get up and try the recipe again. And then in the end, they succeed. So yeah, So before I end my speech, I want to show you off the photo I have about Colonel Harlan Sanders. So this is the first one. You probably have seen this, right? Just now. Yeah. And then this photo right here. You see it? Okay. So this is his first restaurant. His first one. You can see it? Okay. And this is the last one. This is his hallway. It's very cool. So yeah, so that's all for my speech today. Hopefully all of you can learn the colonel tendency together. Stay positive, stay healthy. May we can achieve our dream together. Thank you and goodbye.
Well, thank you very much, Aaron, for the very wonderful speech. So, Aaron, to be honest, your speech really makes me hungry. And Colonel Harlan Sanders is indeed an inspiration. All right, Aaron, do you feel relieved now? Do you feel like really, really relieved?
Yes,
Yes, all right.
I'm good
Okay,
now.
so okay, great one, Aaron, and congratulations. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite back our judge to give their evaluation. First up, we'll invite Miss Cecilia to the stage.
Wow, what a speech, Aaron. You did such a great job. Can we all give a big round of applause for Aaron? I really love that you prepared so much for this speech and that you have prepared your props. You gave us a very clear portrait of who Colonel Sanders is and his personal story. Okay, you today did not just did an informational speech, but you did an inspirative speech as well. Inspirational speech, because today you are able to tell us that even though we are rejected for 1,000 times, we still need to get up and do our best to succeed. So great job, Aaron. I just really enjoy your speech today. Now, if there's one thing that I could suggest you for the next speech, it's actually a challenge that maybe the structure of your speech could have been a little bit tweaked so that in the end of the speech, okay, so in the beginning of the speech, you can tell about have you guys ever failed? Okay, start with that instead of do you know about Colonel Sanders, because you're actually trying to get the message across. Even though you get rejected 1,000 times, you still have to get up. Okay, so that's the message that you want to deliver. So how you open up that speech is, have you ever failed? 1 time, 2 times, 3 times? Okay, and then you talk about your parents. They have a store, right? They want to make their own fried chicken, and then you go into Colonel Sanders, and then you wrap it up again with how you encourage them to go back and do the recipe over and over again until they succeed. Okay, that is all from me. You have done such a great job. I love your vocal, it's very powerful. I love your preparation, Aaron. So I'm looking forward for your next speech in sergeant level.
Yay! Thank you very much, Miss Cecilia, for the very sweet feedbacks to Aaron. All right, so now let us welcome our second judge to give evaluation to Aaron, Mr. Stephen Guntur.
All right. Hello, Aaron. Yes, it was really heartwarming to see your speech because you're a bubbly kid. I heard about you and your stories and some of your speeches from your other trainers. I was actually looking forward to meeting you personally, even though it's online. And I was not disappointed. All right. You deliver your speeches well. You prepared, like what Miss Cecilia said, the pictures. I love it. One thing that I want to tell you, Aaron, that at the next level, Sergeant, you don't need to prepare a real prop anymore. When you have a lot of pictures like this, later at the next level, you can use PowerPoint. All right. So you can save printing, you can save the papers, and you can have colorful slides to enhance, to enchant your audience. Yeah. You are a very, very, very promising public speaker, Aaron. You have to know that. Okay. One of little comments that I want you to take notes was when we are doing biography, I know that you prepared. I know that you are still reading some of the biography. But then when we are good, we want to be great, right? When we are great, we want to be perfect. That is how we improve. Okay. So I know that you are trying your best not to read because you give your little comment, which was fun. I love your little cheeky comments at every time you said something, and then the real taste of Aaron pops out, and it makes me happy and smile. However, when you are doing biography, I want to recommend something like this. So you can write down, it's just like the year and what happened beside the year and what happened beside. So when you are putting points like this or bullet points like this, you don't have to read straight from the paper. You can just read the year and then try to come out of your brain what's actually happening to Colonel Sanders this year. For example, in 1952, that was his first failure, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine this guy at the age of 62 years old still not making it to the top? All right, so you don't have to look at your paper. Instead, you can look into the eyes of your audience. And you are still telling a story from somebody's biography. Okay, so this bullet point can really make you look cool and professional on the stage. All right, Aaron? But all in all, I'm so happy to finally have seen you. And I hope that I'm going to see great things from you in the future. Keep practicing at sergeant level. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye, Aaron. Adios. Back to the charismatic Miss Angeline.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Stephen, for your very thorough feedbacks for Aaron. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, allow me to remove Aaron and Mr. Stephen from the screen. All right. So now we'll have 30 seconds of silence for the judge to finalize their form. All right, the 30 seconds is up. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are moving on to our to the next speaker. And our next speaker today, he loved to swim and play basketball. So let's welcome our next speaker, Matthew, to the stage. Hi, Matthew. All right.
Oh, hi, Sensei.
All right, Matthew, you look so happy today. How are you feeling?
But I'm just very nervous.
All right, Matthew, no worries. Breathe. You are going to nail this. All right, Matthew?
But the most I look so scared. I don't want anything to happen.
All right. Best of luck, Matthew. And
yes.
I believe you are going to nail it. All right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our next speaker with the title of Myself When I Was Little Until Now. Myself When I Was Little Until Now, Matthew, the floor is yours.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Matthew. For today, I'm gonna tell you about my when I little until now. So let's start. When I little, I still remember that I may always sleep in my grandma's house for like 1 week or 1 month until now. I sleep with my mom house, and I still remember when I little, I love to sleep with my grandmother house with my cousin sisters together, And when I little, my cousin sister like to make a videos with me, and of course, make some kindness and happier because my mom, my mom was born me at September 5, 2011, and also when I little, right, I always like to see people things and sleeping while seeing people things, and yeah, and I'm really funny. And also when I little, I ever fell down into the medium bicycles with two wheels when I was little. And I still remember when I just sit down on the not the chair but on the that one for the hole, and then there has the this one for the that one for the control. And also I sit down there, and then my cousin sister say goodbye until two times, right? And then goodbye one time, goodbye, and one more time is goodbye. And then I said, oh, I just fell. And then I just fell and hurt myself, maybe like my head get pain or my hand get pain, I did okay, or maybe my leg get pain, but not really pain at all. But it's just a little bit funny because yeah, everyone just my cousins sister just love me. And of course after that, when I like 1 years old or 2 years old, I already sleep in my mom house finally. And of course I remember when I sleep in my mom house, I'm 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 just wanna babysitter like my cousin sister, and of course for the babysitter me, of course take caring of me. But when I like 5 years old, I already since my birthday, I remember I just so happy and to go to 5 years old. And of course, when 6 years old, I remember that I I have what I have watching the movies with my family, but I forgot what's the movie. Maybe that is already 7 years old. Yeah, 7 years old. When until go to the 7 years old, I watching movies in the Cinemax with my family together, and we're seeing horror movie. The horror movie is The Nun. The Nun movie is very scary because there's the white person and the black person. So for example, the Nun movie is like their white person to the black person. The black person are the ghosts, and the white person are the people. And that is so scary. And then we see until we all scared. And yeah. And of course, I ever see one movies again when I 8 years old. We go to see movies like, but not in my birthday. But my birthday already passed to 2019 January, and then we watch Godzilla movies. That's movie like adventure, but there's a dinosaur. But the dinosaur have the power that they always fight and always. And so if like that, I with my family all together watch that, and that's a little bit like sad because because Godzilla was we thought Godzilla was died because of the boom, but suddenly Godzilla will die. And of course Godzilla were blue, and the enemy was like fire power, the orange one. And I still remember when I'm 9 years old, we're going to like a trip to but in Medan to Brasagi, the mountain one, the mountain place. In there we want to sleep in one hotel, but there's too far to go until we just like a middle of the street already. There's have the dinner place we're going to. They have a bar of the dinner place. We're going to eat first for a while, taking a rest, and we'll continue. So that is a little bit so far because that is the like far place of the city in my home, because my home is here and that is already so far. We have to go to the Manhattan Mall, to the one of the house, and then go to that one, the traditional market, to go again. And I know that is so long. And of course, while waiting, we also go to the one supermarket, Alfamart. We go buy some things, some supplies. And of course, I remember when I'm 9 years old, we wanna go home, and we go to the cow place in the mountain. But that is so fun in there. Have a lot of things and a lot of presents. So that's my speech only for today. Thank you. I will give back the control back to Sensei Angeline.
All right, thank you very much, Matthew, for the very sweet speech. And your speech really brings me back to my childhood memories, Matthew. So, well, that is a very great speech. Congratulations, Matthew, you made it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our judge to give evaluation to Matthew. First up, we'll call Mr. Steven. Mr. Steven, let's invite Mr. Steven to the stage. Mr. Steven, are you there? All right, probably Mr. Steven is fixing the internet connection. So we are going to invite Mr. Steven is there already. All right, Mr. Steven, the floor is yours. Mr. Steven, I think you are still
Yeah. All right. Konnichiwa, Sensei Angeline. Okay. Hello, Matthew. Oh
Hi.
my God. Finally, after a million years, we meet again. Congratulations. Very well done, Matthew. Oh my God, Matthew. I can listen to you all night long, all day long, Matthew. Your
It's
voice is heavenly.
It's been so
Yes,
long.
it is, Matthew. It is. It is like a million light years. Yeah, very, very long. Matthew, you you've got that charm in you, all right? I think you need to turn off your microphone first, Matthew. Yes. All right. Your voice was charming. Your voice was sweet and melodious. That it's it just makes everyone want to listen to you more and more. You can say whatever you want to say, and people will always feel happy listening to you. That is a gift that you need to protect and preserve. All right. I Actually, when you were speaking, I did not write anything. I'm just listening to your whole life story, and I want to be your friend. I want to hang out with you, sitting down with you in the canteen, and just being with you the whole day. All right. Look, what I want you to do, Matthew, is after this private level, you are going to the sergeant levels, right? At sergeant levels, you will learn, you know, to do more projects, 10 more projects. And each of the project will prepare you for an even better speaker. So I want you, Matthew, to take every single project seriously, still have fun, the Matthew fun, all right? But do it seriously so you can keep upgrading. Because I can see that you are a very independent student. You prepare yourself, you practice yourself, you know what you want to be when you grow up. All right, that is an excellent thing to have in a child. Okay, so Matthew, keep on progressing, keep on doing your project. I'll see you again at the sergeant real stage. All right, Matthew?
Okay,
All
bye
right.
bye.
Yes, goodbye, Matthew. Now I'll give the stage to the sweet Sensei Angeline.
Well, arigato, Sensei Steven. Okay, so now thank you very much once again, Mr. Steven and Matthew. Now I'll invite our second judge to give evaluation to Matthew. Let's invite Miss Cecilia to the stage. Hello, Sensei Cecilia. The stage is
Hi,
yours.
Matthew. Hi, it has such been a long time to. Oh my God, I am so happy to finally see you again, Matthew. Oh, I love to hear your story. You have so much flavor in your voice. You can and you have also good facial expression. What do I mean by facial expression? When you are annoyed, you're actually telling me that you're annoyed. Okay? And when you're happy, you're actually telling me that you're happy. And you make it with your hand gesture. Oh my God, I really, really love it. And tell me your age again? 10 years old?
Almost 10, but I'm still 9.
You see, you are such a great kid. When you're almost 10 years old, you're able to explore public speaking. You're actually doing so many things. And oh, I love how you were able to just tell us the story and to bring you around. I feel like today I was in a tour with Matthew. So great job, Matthew, for today. I really love your speech. Like Mr. Steven have said, you will have so much more projects in the future. Just keep practicing. I already love where you're going with this. All right, I'm just going to give the control back to Miss Angeline.
Well, thank you very much, Sensei Cecilia, for the feedbacks for Matthew. Once again, congratulations, Matthew. You did a very you did a very good job just now. So well done, Matthew. Arigato, Matthew and Sensei Cecilia. Allow me to remove Matthew and Miss Cecilia from the screen. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's have 30 seconds of silence for the judge to finalize the form. Well, the 30 seconds is up. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to our last speaker for the junior and youth level. And our last speaker today, he loved football. He's a football lover. And he said he idolized Michael Arteta. I guess he is a football player, isn't he? So let's just call upon our 10th speaker, Reynard, to the stage. Hello, Reynard. Hi, Reynard. Can you hear my voice?
Miss. Good
Okay.
evening. I'm very excited today to be the last speaker in this 17 real stage.
Okay. Yes, I'm also very excited to hear your speech today. All right, Reynard.
Can you please let me share screen, Miss, and try to display my share screen because I am using share screen.
Are you ready, Reynard?
Share screen.
All
Share
right.
screen
So,
is my share screen.
yes. Okay, sure. All right. So, Reynard,
Can you see my screen, Miss?
Lenovo IdeaPad C340. Lenovo IdeaPad C340, Reynard.
Tanpa kita sadari, sudah 1 tahun loh kita menjalani pembelajaran dari rumah. Tentu selama 1 tahun ini banyak sekali kendala yang kita hadapi. Mungkin kendala pada perangkat yang kita gunakan ataupun kendala koneksi internet. Untuk mendapatkan hasil yang maksimal dari pembelajaran dari rumah, kita butuh memilih perangkat yang tepat. Dan perangkat tersebut adalah laptop. Untuk sebagian besar orang mungkin akan bertanya seperti ini, mengapa harus menggunakan laptop? Bukankah ponsel sudah cukup memberikan kita hasil yang maksimal dalam pembelajaran dari rumah? Iya betul para penonton, ponsel memang sudah cukup memberikan kita kenyamanan dan hasil yang maksimal selama pembelajaran dari rumah. Namun, tidak memiliki manfaat-manfaat yang bisa ditawarkan oleh laptop seperti berikut. Yang pertama adalah keefisiensian dalam mengerjakan tugas. Selama kita belajar dari rumah, tentu guru-guru kita sering menugasi kita untuk mengerjakan sebuah karangan. Untuk menulis satu karangan yang bagus, kita butuh yang namanya referensi yang bisa kita peroleh dengan mencari di internet ataupun melihat punya teman. Jika kita kerjakan di ponsel, kita akan memakan waktu untuk berpindah aplikasi dari aplikasi yang kita gunakan untuk mengetik dan ke aplikasi yang kita gunakan untuk mendapat referensi tersebut. Namun, tidak di laptop, karena laptop memiliki fitur untuk membagi layar tampilan. Kita bisa membagi layar tampilan kita untuk membuka satu bagian untuk aplikasi mengetik dan satu bagian lagi untuk membuka referensi. Hal ini juga berlaku sama saat kita mengerjakan soal-soal latihan. Yang kedua adalah kemudahan dalam mengetik. Menurut pengakuan dari customer saya, mereka mengatakan mengetik menggunakan laptop itu sangat nyaman karena ukuran keyboard pada laptop jauh lebih besar dan jaraknya yang tidak begitu rapat. Sehingga kesalahan dalam menuliskan kata-kata saat chatting atau menuliskan tugas dapat diminimalisir. Lalu yang ketiga adalah ruang penyimpanan yang lebih terorganisir. Bayangkan kita hendak mencari satu file yang sudah kita buat sebelumnya di HP. Tentu kita sering menemukan kesulitan untuk mencari file tersebut karena ruang penyimpanan pada HP cenderung sangat amburadul. Namun tidak lagi pada laptop. Di laptop, semua file yang sudah kita simpan sebelumnya akan diatur dengan sangat baik oleh sistem dari laptop. Sehingga untuk kita akses kembali tidak butuh waktu yang lama. Lalu layar yang lebih besar. Coba para penonton berikan kepada saya HP atau ponsel mana di dunia ini yang memiliki layar jauh lebih besar dari laptop. Saya percaya tidak ada. Dengan layar yang besar memberikan kita tampilan maksimal sehingga memudahkan kita dalam menjawab soal ujian ataupun mengerjakan tugas menulis karangan. Namun untuk mendapatkan semua keuntungan dan manfaat itu secara maksimal, tentu juga butuh memilih laptop yang tepat. Untuk itu, laptop Lenovo IdeaPad C340 menjadi pilihan yang sangat bijak. Laptop Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini dikuasai dengan prosesor 10 Gen Intel Core i7 10510U, di mana dapat memproses kinerja atau jalannya laptop ini dengan sangat cepat tanpa ada hambatan yang berarti dan mengganggu produktivitas kita sebagai seorang pelajar. Ditengarai juga dengan RAM 16 GB DDR4 yang mampu memproses semua program pada laptop ini dengan sangat cepat dan mulus. Dijamin crash tidak akan terjadi pada laptop kita. Lalu untuk penyimpanan, tenang saja, menggunakan SSD 1 TB PCIe 2280 NVMe. Dengan ruang penyimpanan yang sebesar itu, kita bisa menyimpan semua catatan-catatan yang kita buat selama pembelajaran jarak jauh atau pembelajaran dari rumah. Dan waktu untuk akses, kembali lagi, begitu singkat. Untuk layar, sudah 14 inci Full HD, ditambah lagi dengan fitur layar sentuh. Fitur layar sentuh ini membuat kita bisa mengendalikan layar tampilan pada laptop ini seperti saat kita menggunakan ponsel kita. Lalu untuk kualitas dari layar ini, menggunakan kartu grafik Intel UHD Graphics NVIDIA GeForce MX 230 2GB GDDR5 mampu menghasilkan tampilan yang begitu jernih, jelas, terang, dan mempesona. Lalu untuk kamera, selama kita belajar dari rumah, tentu kita tidak hanya mengerjakan tugas. Kita ada yang namanya pembelajaran jarak jauh, yang biasanya dilaksanakan mungkin melalui Zoom ataupun aplikasi-aplikasi serupa. Untuk Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini menggunakan kamera HD 720p yang mampu menghasilkan video video yang jernih untuk guru-guru kita saat kita melaksanakan pembelajaran lewat aplikasi-aplikasi meeting. Dan ada fitur privacy shutter yang berfungsi untuk melindungi kita dari para pembajak-pembajak yang sebenarnya ingin berkenalan kepada kita, namun mereka merasa minder karena mereka belum mendapatkan pelatihan yang luar biasa dari SML1 untuk berteman. Lalu sudah fix fokus, di mana kamera pada laptop ini sudah sangat pintar, mampu mengidentifikasi wajah kita dan memfokuskan tampilan pada wajah kita. Untuk pengeras suara sendiri menggunakan 2x2 watt speakers with Dolby Audio. Pengeras suara kelas dunia ini mampu menghasilkan suara yang jernih, jelas, tanpa putus-putus, dan menggelegar. Sehingga kita dapat mendengarkan penjelasan guru kita selama pembelajaran jarak jauh dengan begitu baik. Untuk konektivitas, mungkin para penonton bisa setuju dengan saya. Selama kita melakukan pembelajaran jarak jauh, kita sering diprank oleh internet. Keluar, masuk. Keluar, masuk. Hal itu tentu begitu menyebalkan dan membuat kita hendak mengambil laptop kita dan kita banting seketika karena koneksi yang tidak stabil tersebut. Namun tenang saja, di laptop Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini digunakan 11AC 2x2 Wi-Fi plus Bluetooth 4.21, di mana laptop ini mampu memproses jaringan Wi-Fi dengan semaksimal mungkin. Seperti berikut, dengan koneksi yang minimal, saya tetap mampu menjalani pertemuan lewat Zoom tanpa putus-putus dan lancar. Dan juga adanya Bluetooth yang mampu membuat kita menghubungkan perangkat-perangkat nirkabel kita seperti mouse nirkabel, personal stereo nirkabel, ataupun keyboard nirkabel kita. Dengan semua fitur itu, mungkin ada penonton yang bertanya seperti ini. Nah, untuk baterainya gimana ya? Tenang saja para penonton, karena Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini menggunakan 4 sel 52,5 Wh lithium polymer yang mampu memberikan kita daya pakai sampai 10,5 jam. Dan untuk pengecasannya, dalam 1 jam saja sudah mampu terisi daya sebanyak 80%. Itu sudah lebih dari cukup untuk menunjang pembelajaran dari rumah kita dan juga meningkatkan produktivitas belajar kita. Jadi, apakah Anda masih ragu dengan Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini? Untuk harganya sendiri, Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini dibanderol dengan harga 15,3 juta. Harga ini menjadikan laptop Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini harga terbaik di kelasnya. Karena jika kita mau membandingkan dengan laptop serupa, dengan spesifikasi yang sama, dan juga dengan kualitas-kualitas yang sama yang bisa ditawarkan, yaitu dari merek SML, harganya dibanderol dengan harga 18,2 juta, lebih mahal 2,9 juta. Dan ingat, dengan spesifikasi yang sama. Lalu kita bandingkan lagi dari merek One. Merek One ini dibanderol dengan harga 17,6 juta, lebih mahal 2,3 juta. Dan para penonton juga harus ingat, ini memiliki spesifikasi yang sama dengan laptop Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini. Jadi, apakah Anda masih ragu? Untuk solusi pembelajaran dari rumah, laptop Lenovo IdeaPad C340 ini solusinya. Ingat belajar dari rumah, ingat Lenovo IdeaPad C340.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Reynard. Lenovo IdeaPad C340. All right, so Reynard, that was a very amazing speech. Now I'd like to invite our judge to give their evaluation. First up, let's have Miss Cecilia. Miss Cecilia. All right.
Hi, Miss Cecilia.
Hi, Reynard.
You remember the mentoring with the Virtual Youth Summit?
Yes, I was looking forward for you today in Real Stage 17. I'm so proud of you, Reynard. By the way, can you be my salesperson?
If
You
if you
have done
trusted
such,
me, I will of course help with my best.
Yeah, you have done such a great job today, Reynard. I think people would hire you for your sales pitch. You have done such a great job in explaining what each feature does. Okay, you don't only say, oh, it has the 10th gen Intel Core one i7 and HD 720p. Like so many explanation that comes into that, and you have done such a great job in preparing your vocal variety. I have no doubt you are already in this stage of SML1. You have been with us. I know you are doing so good in the vocal variety. Because Reynard hari ini bermain dengan presentasi, ada satu aplikasi yang Miss mau sarankan ke Reynard. It works like magic. You've probably heard of it. It's called Canva. Yes, Canva.
Yes.
It will up your game from you know, what is it called, the PowerPoint, to like a very professional looking presentation. Okay, so in the future, if you want to use presentation, go use Canva. It's free. It's free.
I promise I will do it my best.
Yes, because I noticed there is font differences and colors as well. Now in Canva, you can do that, but with a great theme. So it's in one package, you know. Jadi itu adalah satu kesatuan. Jadi I think today that's the only thing for me. You have done such a great job. Your vocal variety semuanya udah bagus banget. Sales pitch-nya, preparation-nya juga, penjelasannya juga. Now, doing in Canva, kamu boleh nih add some fun into that presentation. Kamu tahu nggak sih, sign itu WiFi yang lemah itu adalah salah satu hal yang kita paling takuti, dan juga baterai yang udah low banget itu adalah salah satu hal yang juga kita takutin. You can start with that, okay? You can start with that. Do you notice this Wi-Fi? Kamu pernah ngeliat nggak Wi-Fi koneksi yang lemah seperti ini? Now you don't have to worry anymore because Lenovo iPad memberikan blah 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 blah. Okay, and then the next one also, battery. What about this? Are you scared of this? Ini baterai signal baterai yang low juga. Now you don't have to worry anymore because we have this, and this. Okay, so it's more fun. You're adding a little bit more fun so people can hear and listen to your sales pitch a little bit more. But other than that, Reynard, I love your speech today. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss, for the input. I promise I'll do it next, just like I have ever did before with Sir Stephen.
Yay! Thank you, Reynard.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Cecilia, for your feedbacks to Reynard. And now we'll invite Mr. Stephen to the stage. All right.
Hello, Reynard.
Yes, hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel Reynard in doing sales pitch. Very well done, Reynard. It was a good. All right, I think, yeah. Okay, so I think Miss Cecilia has mentioned all the great things about the pace, the hand gestures. I think we have no doubt. I want to talk a little bit about the sales presentation. It was good that actually you wrote the specification of each thing. However, if you look from the audience perspective or the buyer's perspective, especially those who are not techie like me, like when I bought computer, I don't even know the difference between Core 2 Duo, Core 3 Duo, the sales challenge, the brain, the motherboard. I don't even know what they are. You know, what I want to know is if I buy your computer, let's say Lenovo, blah, 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 compared to the SML computer, compared to the one computer, what is the functions, the difference between the functions? Do you get what I mean? So you can write about the 14-inch, but then I think as a seller, salesperson, you need to tell me what is the difference if I bought the 16-inch and the 14-inch. You know, so something like that. All right. Or for example, when you are talking about the processor, here you have the Intel OHD graphic, blah, blah, blah. And what is the difference to graphic? All right. What we, the audience or the buyers, would like to know is the experience that we had with the specification. So I knew that you wrote the specification, which was great, but you also needed to write what's the benefit or the positives of those specifications to help us, the orang yang buta teknologi like us, gaptek, okay, so we can decide. All right, that is one thing. The second thing, I knew that you put comparison, but it is at the end. I would say it would be much more beneficial if you put the comparison for every single aspect, so we can compare straight away. All right. Okay, the third thing that I would like to give comment on the sales pitch is the usage of language. Be careful, berhati-hati dengan menggunakan bahasa hiperbola. Misalnya layarnya yang sangat mempesona, suaranya yang menggelegar. Because when you are using that kind of language, sometimes it can make your buyer feel like ini jangan-jangan tipu-tipu. You know, it's like orang jual koyo. Do you get what I mean? And sometimes we want to go to the real adjective, the real word. If it's too hyperbolic, people can lose trust in your product. That's all that I want to say. I totally agree with what Ms. Cecilia said about the font and color. I think when you are doing a presentation, a professional one, it should be, you know, in one, not monotonous, but in one palette. Okay, satu tipe. Jadi fontnya kalau bisa sama, kemudian warnanya juga kalau bisa satu nada. Tidak tiba-tiba ungu, terus tiba-tiba pink, tiba-tiba hitam, tiba-tiba kuning berbayang bawah. Oke, jadi kayak taman kanak-kanak balik, Reynard. And you are selling expensive stuff, so you want to keep it professional. All right, but all in all, a boy at your age selling laptop, I'm going to buy it. I think you are excellent, very excellent. You just need to keep on practicing, keep on pushing yourself, so that one day, whatever thing you sell, people will buy it. And you can sell everything except your harga diri. Do not sell it. All right, Reynard, that's all from me. Congratulations again. See you at colonel level. And back to, yes, Miss Angeline.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Steven, and congratulations one more time to Reynard. Well, now I'll allow myself to remove Mr. Steven and Reynard from the screen. All right, okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that will be the end of Orator Society Junior and Youth Real Stage. And one more time, congratulations to all junior and youth trainees. It was a very amazing speeches and performances. And now I'd like to, first, before end this live, I'd like to give a short information that next week there will be a free parenting session, and it's open for public, as you can see here down below. And if there are moms and dads who are watching this live now that you want to join, please contact the number below. All right. So once again, thank you for tuning in this session. And no worries, we still have another session of Real Stage for professional level after 10 minutes of break. So you can still watch the Real Stage for professional level through this live on YouTube. All right, so let's give our full support for our trainees in professional level. Don't go anywhere and stay tuned.